Hey guys, Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another episode number 2 of the Cajun Time Machine. So if you've seen episode number 1, you kind of have an idea of what we're doing here, but these are supposed to be just little fun 10, 12, 15 minute videos where we just take an absolutely random look back at 10 purchases from my eBay spreadsheets from prior years before the hobby exploded in 2018, 19, and 20, and a completely random assortment of cards that were purchased for primarily purely investment standpoint. Some of them I hang on to and stay in my PC, but really we just take a look at some of the stuff I was buying, when I was buying it, how much I was paying, why I was buying it, what my thinking was in buying those cards, and then take a look at what those cards are worth, how much total was invested, and what the return on those cards would be if I had held all of those cards until today in January of 2022. So if you're an investor, if you're a flipper, if you're a short-term guy, you're gonna enjoy these videos a lot. If you're a true collector and you want to talk about how much cards matter and how much they mean to you, which I love to do also, this is not going to be a video for you. But without any other delay, let's get cranking here. And so as you can see, yep, this is episode number 2. In episode number 1, we took a time machine, this big time Cajun time machine with the beautiful wheels back to 2016. Today we're going back to 2017, so a little bit later in time. And since you guys have seen episode number 1, you'll see again here, I have this nice fancy spreadsheet. And so, like I said, I clipped these 10 items right here. Took them out of my spreadsheet from back in 2017. I keep track of every single card I ever buy and every single card I ever sell to the penny. And these are the 10 that I totally pulled at random. It's got a 4-player assortment, so you'll see we got some De'Aaron Fox, some Jason Tatum, some Chris Dunn, and some Donovan Mitchell. Hey, that's not bad. 3 out of 4. I don't know what the future of Chris Dunn's career is looking like at this point. Actually, I do know what the future is looking like. It's not bright, but like I said, for better or worse, I'm gonna show you exactly what I was buying and what I was thinking and why. So this first line item you'll see is a De'Aaron Fox. It was just a simple raw 2017-18 Prism Silver rookie card. Paid $29.50 for it. We over here in this next column you'll see today's values, and so I kind of give you the estimated value. Like here on Card Ladder we can look, and the Card Ladder shows you the last sold price here of $327.50 for a PSA 10, and then it shows you 50 for a PSA 9, and that fluctuates day to day. Obviously one sold yesterday, and so they also give you a Card Ladder value, so you can kind of guesstimate and get close. But so what I've got on here is I've got the estimates for a PSA 10 and a PSA 9. So if a PSA 10 is 330 and a PSA 9 is 50, this is a card I would grade, and so you'll have in this column, and I did grade it. These are cards I've graded and how many of the cards I've graded, so we can keep track of grading costs, so we know exactly how much money we have into the little project and into this little 10 item snapshot. So with a PSA 10 at 330 and a PSA 9 at 50, I approximated the value of my raw that I purchased, which I'm super meticulous, and back in the day, back in 2017, I was actually about 70% gem rate. So I've put an approximate value of that silver raw card being graded somewhere between a PSA 10 and a PSA 9. So I put 250 on there. The second item is the exact same item. Got it for a little bit cheaper, 24 bucks. Same thing, PSA 10, 330, PSA 9, 50. We just put an approximate value of 250. The next card on the list is the 2017-18 Prism Auto rookie card, not the silver auto, which is a little bit of a high-end card, but actually the base auto, which is a pretty rare card. Actually, it's a really good-looking card, and I do still have all 3 of these cards actually in my PWCC vault today, because I still think the future is very bright for De'Aaron Fox. But bought this base Prism Auto for $23.74. Here's your today's market value approximations. Pretty close to the silver. Actually, we put an approximate value on there at $250. So this is kind of assuming I do pretty well on the grades. I didn't want to put a true PSA 10 on there like it's a done deal, because it doesn't work that way. Anybody who buys raw and flips knows that. Next line item, Jason Tatum. It's a 2-card lot, a base Prism rookie card and a emergent. I attributed absolutely zero value to the emergent. I didn't include it all. So we've got on here $12.05 for the Jason Tatum base 2-card lot. I would, in this section C, grade only the base. A PSA 10 Tatum is about 208 or 211. I had 208 on the day that I put the numbers together. PSA 9 is about 75. So I put an approximate value on here of about 125, kind of hedging my bets there, somewhere between a PSA 10 and a PSA 9. The next line item is 4 more Jason Tatum, 3 base and another emergent. Like I said, we throw out the value of the emergent. So we're picking up Tatums for $12 to $15 raw base prisms. I would pay to grade all 3 of the base. Again, I'm not paying to grade the emergents. They just sit in a box at my house. Those 3, same approximate values, 208 for a 10, 75 for a 9. I put an approximate today's value of 375 in graded condition there. So about 125 each, somewhere between a 10 and a 9. Again, repeat it, same exact thing here. Again, guys, my investment strategy back then was not the most exciting or sexy. It was very straightforward. It was pick up raw base prism that looked really centered and clean shortly after release. Grade it and flip it. And that used to be real easy to do, and a lot of money was there to be made. That's not exactly the case anymore. You've really got to nail the player and nail the price point to do that today. And you really can't even do it today because PSA hasn't opened up value pricing yet. We're praying that Nat gets us back on track sometime mid 2022. I'd even settle for any time before calendar year end 2022. If we could get that bulk value grading back from PSA, that would really turn the hobby on its head, man. I think it would really inject a great deal of energy and money into the hobby and get that back in circulation. Anyway, so this Jason Tatum, a lot of 5 base rookie cards. Again, we're right at $12 shipped each, okay? So all these prices are going to include shipping because shipping is an actual hard cost. And so for $63, I picked up 5 more base Tatum prisms. We gave them about $125 value each. So you're looking at another about $750 in value in today's terms. Now, what's scary is if we go look at these kind of cards, guys, let's go look at these Tatums. If we look at this, if I had just flipped the damn things, let's see, about, here, or let's say here in 2020, each of these base Tatums were in the 800s. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, this card touched $900. Can you imagine the profit margin if I had just... and actually I did sell them, but actually I think I sold way back here. So I don't have any prisms. I don't have a single prism. I shouldn't say that. I don't have a single Tatum card in my collection. If you go to my PWCC vault and we search Jason Tatum, you're not going to see a single card come up. It's a 0. So I have flipped and sold these cards, and I know I did really well. Again, I don't recall selling them for $700 each. Wouldn't that have been nice? But you see the potential of what could have been done. And if only this Cajun Time Machine really did work, I would take it back and sell damn near everything I have. And then just reinvest all of it from, in February of 2021. But anyway, you can see the path of this Jason Tatum Prism base card on Card Ladder is pretty damn similar to every other kind of commodity card. And I mean, the same things here with Fox. If you look at Fox, you can see he crescendoed up here, and then you get to February, March 2021, and then it's all downhill from there. Now, his cards have really dropped. That's another video for another day, but this is only a pop 505. He should have made an all-star team already. He's got a chance to make an all-star team this year. The Kings are somehow winning games when he's got absolutely no help, and he's the subject of trade rumors. So this is actually a really good card to invest in my opinion. Me and some of my collector friends were talking about that yesterday, actually. I normally don't like to buy PSA 9s, but this is crazy. $50. It was the last sold 2 days ago for a PSA 9 silver De'Aaron Fox. The 9s and 10s combined are still less than 1,000, guys. So this is not like your Doncic. This is not like your Zions and your Jaws and all that and your Tyler Heroes. This is 2017. This was before the humongous population explosion in cards. A PSA 9 Fox silver rookie card for $50. Give it to me all day long, man. Give it to me all day long. But getting back to our grid here, and then I went ahead and snatched up a nice Chris Dunn BGS 9.510 auto rookie card for $30. It was already graded, so I don't have to pay to grade that one. It was worth $30 then. I'm saying it's worth $25 today. 2016-17, the same exact card, raw, Prism base auto Chris Dunn. Paid $10 then. I'm going to tell you that I did and would still grade it, or I did grade it. And so we're going to put on there another value of 25. Chris Dunn, same thing with a silver. I paid 28 for a silver rookie card way back when. It's probably worth 25 after grading now, so I would have taken a loss on that one for sure, even if it graded a PSA 10. For Donovan Mitchell, so the last line item on here, I went large. Back then, I wasn't throwing hundreds of dollars around very often in 2017 because I like to nibble at the base. But I saw a nice, well-centered, raw lot of 22. Couldn't resist that chance to pick those up. Let's see, 22 cards at $328. What is that? About $15 a card, a little bit less than $15 a card. So right about the same price point as Jason Tatum. Tatum was more popular, but I have and always will like Mitchell better. I just think he's a better player. But I picked up 22 of those. I probably shifted through. Let's just assume I graded all 22. A PSA 10 Mitchell today is worth $110, which is half of what a Tatum PSA 10 is worth. That makes no sense. And a PSA 9 is only $45. Again, these are high pop cards. I'm not saying they should all be worth more, but I am saying that Donovan Mitchell, in relation to Jason Tatum, should absolutely be worth more than half. That is a ratio that does not make any sense to me. Comment below if you think I'm crazy. And the fact that Fox is worth an even smaller ratio. I mean, hell, the Fox Silver PSA 10 is only $100 more than a Tatum base PSA 10, which is pop a trillion here. Pop 5,538. That's absolutely nuts. And there's a beautiful Chris Dunn silver if you want to take a look at that. But this is the Donovan Mitchell card we're talking about. So 22 of these I picked up raw for about 12 to 14 bucks each. You can see the PSA 10 last sold for $113. But going back to our spreadsheet, so that was a big one. That was a 328 purchase. But if we graded all 22, I think I assumed I'd go 50-50 on my gems and nines. Of course, some of those are probably not going to be grade worthy and come back, PSA 8s or ungraded or something like that. You never know. You're going to get something with PSA. But I put on here half 10s, half 9s. So that's a 1705 value. The total money spent on all of these raw cards in this list, 1 through 10. Obviously, it's more than 10 cards. So all those cards is $597.28 out the door. That's with shipping. That's with taxes. That's with everything on eBay. The total spent to grade the cards, yes, this is going to make you sick to your stomach. Back then, it was $10 a card. It actually, honestly, I think it was $8 a card. But let's say it was $10 a card because we need shipping and we need to insure it when we send it to PSA. So we'll say $10 a card. That's 36 cards total that I was going to grade from this list right here. At $10 a card with shipping and insurance, that's another $360. So when we add those up, I'm total in for just under $1,000. So in for $957.28. If we add up today's value, we come to a total here of $3,780. If we take out the 10% eBay fees, I know eBay fees are more than that. I know they're 13.5% or whatever the case is, and there may be a sliding scale or whatever. But I'm assuming that a pretty good chunk of these graded cards would have been sold through alternative sales platforms that don't charge that percent, such as Instagram, Facebook, word of mouth shows, PWCC, whatever, MySlab, some of you guys like to use. So I've got on here a 10% selling fee, less the total investment. So here's our gross fair market value. If we sold all of those cards today, we take out the 10% selling fees, we take out the $957 I invested, and then we get this net profit number here of $2,445. Of course, in our scenario, we pay Uncle Sam. We're good, upstanding citizens, even in 2017. So I'm going to pay Uncle Sam, let's say 20% in taxes on the net profit. And so it yields an out the door net after tax profit of $1,956. So for investing $957 to yield $1,956 after everything out the door is not bad. It's a 2 times multiplier. But that's it, guys. That's it for episode number 2. Let me know if you guys like these. There's not much to it. It's just fun to go back and take a look and run some numbers and do some nerdy math and show you what the market was like and what I was thinking back then. Like I said, yes on De'Aaron Fox, yes on Tatum, yes on Donovan Mitchell, probably 3 best players from that 2017 class, in my opinion. And then absolutely absolutely no on Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn still makes me sad to this day because he was an elite defender and had a great deal of potential. He just never really learned to shoot the damn basketball. Had some really bad timing with injuries just when he was starting to get things cooking with the Bulls. Before this new age Bulls that we're watching on TV, it's actually a legitimate contender. Chris Dunn was actually doing his thing, and then somebody flipped him under the rim, and he did a backflip and landed on his face and was never really the same for the Bulls. If you're a Bulls fan, you probably remember that. But nevertheless, it is what it is. So going 3 for 4 is not bad, and a 2.04 profit margin on that investment is actually pretty good and worth it. Of course, that profit margin, that 2.04 profit multiplier would have probably been 7.04 if I'd have sold these cards at the right time. But such is life, and hindsight's 2020, and we can only use the Cajun Time Machine to go back and take a look. We can't change when we sold the cards or how much we sold them for. So if you like these videos and you like investment type videos like this, click the subscribe button, click the like button if you enjoyed it. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm, whatever the hell that means. Click the bell icon for notifications. Remember, every Friday I have a video coming out. Every Friday, every Friday I've got a video coming out called Explore the Card. So it might not be so much for you short-term flipper investor types, but if you're looking to get into the Jordan market or you love Michael Jordan cards from the 1990s like I do, you'll love those episodes. They come out every Friday. I think I just released episode number 10, so I'm excited to have 10 different episodes featuring a different Michael Jordan parallel or insert card in the library. I think it'll be really fun to look back a year from now when we've got 50 plus, hopefully, God willing. Anyway, I do appreciate your comments. I appreciate all the great feedback we're getting on. I'm getting on Instagram and on Facebook. If you're not following me on Instagram and Facebook, please do so. I love chatting about cards as much and as often as you guys are willing to. I am Cajun Cardboard on Instagram, Cajun Cardboard on Facebook, and Cajun Cardboard on YouTube. Again, thanks for listening. Enjoy the hobby. Keep collecting, and peace.